Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my only regret in introducing my friend Jared Max is that Geraldo has already taken the Maxed Out Sports segment title, so we got to come up with something good, better for Jared. Hey, Jared Max, how are you, my friend? Uh-oh. Is Jared there? Hello, Jared. I'll go one more time.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Jared. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Guys, you got to get your hand off the button in the control room because I can't hear. Now, let's try it again. Are you there, Jared?
I'm here. Steve.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I can, yes. I'll tell you.
Malsey and Max on Monday.
All right, I'll do it. Molsey and Max on Monday. Boy, I'll tell you, you should be in advertising or something.
Hey, man, if I can't make it in this business, I'm going to start writing.
How do you like this? Newsmax with Jared Max on Newsmax.
CEO.
See, we already have a CEO. What's CEO?
COO.
Oh, no. Anyway, hey, all right, we're getting sidetracked here. We haven't even started. Okay, so, yesterday was supposed to be this big deal. Jason Collins becoming the first openly gay athlete to play in North America. The Nets signed him, and he participated in a victory over the Lakers in L.A. I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched the replay of him being introduced, and I saw literally in the shot I saw one guy stand. I saw some people a smidgen of applause. And when I turned on CNN today, they said he got a standing ovation. But even the ESPN story in front of me says it was a moderate applause.
It's funny. I caught that too. I saw that on CNN when they said, a standing ovation. And I thought, okay, some people stood, but it was mild. I want to kind of inspect that moment because leading up to that last night, Steve, I thought that there might be an eruption. It's Los Angeles. There's obviously a very large, gay population, plenty of performers and whatnot, and there might be kind of a banding together. Hey, let's show this guy that this is the great thing. And I thought that there might be some kind of thunderous eruption where the officials might have to look at each other and be like, what do we do? I guess we're stopping the game for a minute here. But that didn't happen. But the really good thing that did happen is that I think we saw evidence of what people keep saying. Is this really a story? Can we just so what? So let's move on with it. And not in a disrespectful way, but in the sense of, okay, I get it, let's move on. Well, I think that's what we saw last night. Somebody on Twitter tweeted me out. I said, boy, I was a little surprised by that subtle reaction. And he said, well, L.A., the Lakers fans, they're myopic. What can you say?
Right.
And that's it. When he comes to Brooklyn, I'm sure the first night for his home game back with the Nets in a week, I'm sure there will be a much more thunderous applause. But you want to know what? After that, that's all. It's just to honor him and say, hey, man, you're welcome here.
But here's the thing. Here's not to interrupt, but here's the thing. And we're going to play a soundbite in a second of Michael Sam at the NFL Combine, basically saying, I wish people would just, think of me as a player. And what Jason Collins is going to do, and I don't know if he has, 10 games left or 10 days left or 9, or if they'll keep him the whole season, he's going to start wearing number 98 to make a statement, to make a political statement as a gay man. Okay, so he's pushing the envelope. It's not just about leave me alone, I'm a basketball player. He's going to wear 98 because that's the year Matthew Shepard was killed. Now, if he has an interest in reading a book by a very noted, respected Hispanic journalist who said that whole Michael Shepard story was not the way it was portrayed, but that aside, he's going to wear 98. So he's going to push this thing.
Steve, you and I mean, you and I are buddies, so I'm always happy to when we could kind of disagree.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I know that it's all done.
You can't have it. I'm just a basketball player. Leave me alone. Don't talk about me being gay. When now you're going to wear something to, that you think honors gay people.
Well, before you even then get to Michael Sam, I'm going to.
No, I'm talking about Collins. I'm talking about Collins.
No, I know, but I'm going to add to your argument on Collins and then try to
go ahead.
Michael Sam, when he went to that combine, and he said, where he says, I just want to be.
I want to play that soundbite. I want to play that soundbite here, Michael Sam. Let's play Michael Sam, the cut we have.
Oh, heck yeah. I wish you guys were just saying, hey, Michael Sam, how's football going? How's training going? I would love for you to answer me that question. But it is what it is, and I just wish you got one of my friends at the Senior Bowl said, Michael Sam, I didn't know you were gay. I was like, I didn't know neither. Apparently, the media is just blowing it out of proportion.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, Steve, I relate very much to what Michael Sam said because after I came out, I'm a sportscaster. I've been a sportscaster my whole career, and the fact that I came out and opened up about it. The only times I'm ever that I'm gay gets brought up in a story in sports, as if I'm talking about, say, a Jason Collins or a Michael Sam or a story like this. Otherwise, it's not germane to the story.
Right.
Now, Michael Sam, when he made that comment, somebody pointed out to me, he was there wearing a pin, which he had been given at the University of Missouri, which honored him, and it's a rainbow flag pin. And if you look at his picture in that while he's doing that, he's wearing that rainbow flag pin, and it says "Stand with Sam." So in one breath, people might say, hey, here you are saying, I just want to be Michael Sam, the football player, but here you are with the rainbow pin on you. Well, which is it? Jason Collins, similar situation. Is it just going to be the basketball player? And as you say, the number 98. Is that a political statement? What I love, for me, the number 98, I love the fact that Jason Collins, he never knew he'd get to play in the NBA again. And he wore 98 for a couple of seasons, and it was his own silent tribute. It meant something to him, and I can tell you over the years, Steve, that while I was closeted on the air, that maybe there were a handful of times where I threw a little something out there, maybe just for a couple of my friends, and it would go over everybody else's head, but it was letting them know, hey, man, this is a little private.
But I did not know that he wore 98 previously. I did, so that puts it in a different perspective.
Yeah, he wore 98 with the Celtics and also, I believe, with the Washington Wizards. So that was, honoring Matthew Shepard, and I thought that was kind-hearted. And the thing with Michael Sam, wearing the pin, again, I was describing this to somebody last night, that after I came out, I had so many interviews which I had done that I was probably speaking more as a gay activist than I sound today. And not that it means that I'm any less than I was, after I first came out, but it's like it hit so close to home. And there was, there was so much kind of in me waiting to come out, which had been held back for so long, that now when I look back on some of the things I said in some of the interviews I did, I would say I probably wouldn't say as much today. I didn't want to be as much, say, the gay rights guy.
Right.
Maybe it's because it's a minority.
No, I understand. Yep. I could understand that.
Let me help out. I'm trying to work with all sides. So I'll tell you, the connection I find between Jason Collins and Michael Sam is actually pretty cool. They're two marginal players, essentially. Yes, Michael Sam was an All-American SEC player for Missouri. But college football fans, unless you're an SEC guy, you don't even know who Michael Sam was until he came out. So we have two players, one guy who's yet to do anything in the NFL and a guy who's been a marginal NBA player, who have both become landmark people in sports, not because of what they do on the field, but the one common bond that I think these guys have: incredible inner strength, fortitude, the men who they are, to have the courage to have done what they've done without being superstar names. I was just
but let me just interrupt because I don't want to run out of time before I make this point. If you believe all the reports, Michael Sam has corporations beating down his door, which he never, ever, ever would have had if he didn't announce that he was gay. So while we could admire his strength and this and that, it's going to make him a very rich man, what he did.
Let me ask you this: you think that's Michael Sam, or you think it might be a PR team?
I don't know, but I'm saying I'm sure he knew that if he announced, I'm sure he had talked to people, and if you're the first gay athlete, in the NFL, you're going to make a fortune. Now I don't know his motivation, but that could be it.
I was encouraged to come out from a few different people over many years, and I never quite found a place, the right time where it was appropriate until I did. There are different choices that you can make maybe in the heat of a moment. I knew that me coming out in the sports world would, as a sports broadcaster, yes, it's going to be a story. That's probably what scared me away from it, for doing it for so long.
Right.
But I had no idea the type of reach that it may have. And I've come to see, the reach is quite unbelievable. I could never have imagined that, and I don't think Michael Sam, when he was thinking about all this, I don't think that was going into it. Michael Sam came out because somebody was going to out him beforehand, and he wanted to own the story. The fact that he works for the PR team. There's a very strong,
absolutely,
Howard Bragman is a PR specialist, and they have put this together pretty well. So if someone's going to say, hey, Michael, we're going to, in addition to you doing what you're doing with the NFL, we're going to get you millions of dollars in contracts. I don't know most people who would turn it away.
No, I am with you.
I don't think Michael Sam came out to become a multimillionaire off of endorsements with the hope that he would be accepted.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to run one thing by you. The NFL talking about this, we only have about a minute left, this language thing, that there'll be a 15-yard penalty if you use an offensive word, and I guess that offensive word would be if it's considered racist, homophobic, and I don't know what other lists words they'll put on the list or topics they'll put on the list. But how on earth is a referee going to hear it, interpret it, know who said it? I mean, the whole thing is insane.
Steve, I am with you 100%. I think it is ridiculous. I know some people might say, look, certain words are hurtful and hateful in preaching hate. But as I was reading some comments this morning, like Ryan Clark of the Steelers is saying, as far as I know, he says, this isn't going to be white guys saying this to black guys. It's going to be
black guys saying it to black guys, yeah.
Exactly. So
in an affectionate way, a term of endearment, which I'll never understand, but that's not my place. Yeah.
Me neither. And my take is if that word is in use, well, it can't become the most powerful word in the English language, which it is, because it doesn't even, you don't need, the word is obsolete. Since when did the NFL become educators? Do I look at the NFL, a league which tries to hide the fact of its barbarism as players are blowing their heads off because they've had too many concussions? All of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe that the NFL cares about how kids, are speaking. Really?
Yeah, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings while we give you a concussion.
NFL. Guys are down, they're breaking each other's bones, and all of a sudden, but language. No, I don't want a referee to be maybe protecting a quarterback in somebody's life. I want to see that he's got his eye trying to lip read and see where did those words.
It is Max on Newsmax, Malzberg and Max on Newsmax. Whatever, we'll perfect it by next week. Mondays with Max on Newsmax and Malzberg and Max on Mondays Newsmax. I don't know. Jared, always great to talk to you, my friend. Thank you.
You too, my friend.
Take care. Jared Max, the great Jared Max, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Steve Malzberg Show. All right.